Alright, what's up, guys? Twan Biz. We're back. We back. What are we doing? Alright. What do we got? Dragon's Lair 2 Time Warp on the Philips CDI digital video cartridge required. So, what's up with Dragon's Lair? I mean, obviously, Don Bluth. I mean, we all know. Laserdisc game, right? Like, it was pretty good. Pretty good game. What's weird about the Dragon's Lair 2, though, is that they plan to release it on everything, right? So, 3DO, CDI, Jag CD, even, right? Because Jag CD got the original Dragon's Lair, right? And they had Space Ace, and a couple Don Bluth stuff, so it would make sense that they would try to put this on that. But in actual context, this is the only copy that actually came out in the time frame. And now I know that, if my 2 minutes of going on Wikipedia, like, looks like it got released on the PS3, Switch, whatever, blah blah. Yeah, so it's out there now. But in terms of actual, 1990, what, four, I think, four, right? This was the only place you could play this fucking thing. Alright, so we got my 615. Little. So. PVM, I don't know, 14.6, whatever, I don't know, 14M6 MFU, I don't know what it is, but whatever. Alright, so I've said this before on my couple other videos, and I'll say it again, like, basically, when you're looking at stuff like this, granted, this game only came out on the CDI, but let's talk about other games that came out comparatively in the early mid 90s, right? So there was only a couple systems that could actually do anything like this justice, right? So we had the CDI, the 3DO, Sega CD, and basically Atari Jaguar CD, but that was very, I don't know what that was, but very short-lived on that. So, we'll include that because it technically had these games, but, I think it's really CDI, 3DO, Sega CD, right? And so when we look at it, I don't know what they were trying to do with the Sega CD because it just, it didn't make sense. Looking back on it now, it's like it was an expensive piece of hardware, and they put all this scaling and rotation hardware into the thing, right? And it wasn't just like the turbo CD or the PC Engine CD. Really was just a way to enhance the space, right? So they could put CD quality audio, but they weren't really doing anything in terms of the video or anything, right? And so, but the Sega CD actually really was trying to do that with the rotation and scaling. I mean, games like, Soul Star, and we've talked about them, but they really didn't do a good job with actually, like, exploring what the capabilities were on the Sega CD. But in terms of full motion video, the Sega CD was not good at all. I mean, it was pixelated. It looked bad back then. Now it's just a joke. I mean, when you look at games like Demolition Man and Cliffhanger, when they were trying to put in like the video, it just looks bad. I mean, the color palette on the Sega CD was not good. It wasn't. It was pixelated as hell, and so it just didn't. None of those games looked any good. The only, I've said the only place to really play these stuff was really the CDI. I mean, even the 3DO didn't. The 3DO obviously had all the American Laser Active games and all that shit, but they weren't very. They didn't look very good either. I mean, the CDI, Philips was the people that came up with the compact disc, right? They own the copyright. They're heavily involved in anything that has to do with any of this stuff. So, it made sense they would try to put out a system, but I mean, the Mario games were, the Nintendo games were just atrocious, right? I mean, Hotel Mario actually is kind of a fun game, but it's like bringing you back to like Mario Brothers, like with that, like the original game when like it wasn't even like Super Mario Brothers. It was, yeah. So obviously I've had the timekeeper repaired. This 615. I mean, I bought this a couple of years ago and it's pretty. I don't know if it has a floppy disk drive. I mean, that just tells you what we're dealing with here, right? So it's really pretty nice. I shipped it off to the Netherlands. Ma Mullet fixed it up for me, and yeah, it's been nice ever since. All right, so yeah, all right, so I'll circuitous route, but back to Dragon Slayer. This is really. This is really the only place to play these games. I mean, if they came out on newer systems, that's great. Like a lot of the stuff has, but
Dragon's Lair.
If you want to play these games, like especially the Dawn Bluth games, you got to get a CDI. There's no pixelation.
It's really pure. I mean, the 3DO was shit. The Sega CD was way shit. But look at this. This is basically like video CD quality. Like VCD back in the day, right?
Once the casket of doom has opened,
it's
will place the death
really
ring upon
just
Daphne's
perfect.
finger in marriage, and she will be lost forever
What is this?
in the time warp.
You probably can't even. 94. I mean, this is basically like the only place to play this stuff, right? Sega CD, they totally botched that. They had a potential in that. If they did more with the scaling stuff, like I don't even like Sega, like even when we had the Sega CD 32X games, right? Like the 32X at least popped up the color palette, right? So we at least had some. Wasn't fucking like 10 colors. But still, just, I mean, they totally fucked that up. They
I guess they kidnapped again.
Oh, I don't even know. Whatever. The bottom line. Look at this, right?
Man, look at the quality on this.
I guess they kidnapped again.
Ooh. Alright, well, I think we're done. Again, the cord goes for fucking miles. Phillips. Well, they put a picture of, whoops. What is that? That's the game. Oh, they got the tennis game too on there too, huh? Great control. Faster reaction speeds. Well, is it really? What, opposed to the fucking baby roller thing? you trying to play the baby roller? Three unique speed settings? What? Ergonomically designed unit, high quality, durable construction. Well, okay, but where's the 3 unique speed settings? What? What? 3 unique speed settings? Oh shit. There actually is a button down here. What the fuck? I don't think I've ever seen that. I never even knew that was there. Look at that, there's a button down here, and like a switch. Not a button, it's a switch, but what the hell? I didn't even know that was real. Apparently, there's 3 speed settings. Alright, Alright, we're done. Oops. Alright, we're done. Twombiz. Dragon's Lair.